Hey everybody, Aaronator here. We got our 22nd episode of our Colorado Avalanche franchise mode here on the PS4. Guys, in the last episode we went and finished up the re-sign. Well, no, we didn't. We did that in the previous episode before that. And then the last episode we went and did the free agency. There wasn't much to do there. We actually made a trade, so make sure you go check it out. Because, spoiler alert, Soderbergh was traded. After his performance last season, he was injured, so he didn't get to play in our playoff run, which we did end up winning the Stanley Cup. The one thing was we had kind of a bit of a cap problem, not too major, but I didn't want any cap problems to arise. And he was getting older, and his trade value was it was something where we could get good value back for him. So I just felt like it was time to let him go. And so that was what happened basically in the last episode. Just a trade, and then we simmed up. And I did end up actually making a couple signings, and I also did the lines. Then we can get straight into the episode and just straight up into simming. So let me quickly show you. I did the NHL and the AHL lines, and you guys will see them right here. So these are the lines I decided to go with. I took a bit of shooting and passing categories into consideration and previous stats to try and figure out what lines might work together. We may have to change some things up, but hopefully we don't, and hopefully this team is proven to be very good. So Yakupov is still a depth forward, so I decided to keep him and put him on the fourth line. I didn't want him playing the AHL anymore. I think he's ready. The only problem is he has a lot of teammates that he has to get by them on the depth chart. So eventually, within the next year or so, we may have to make another trade because we do have quite a few forwards. Como should be he might be retiring in the next year or so. Marchand's contract will be coming up in 1 year. So, I mean, he should by next year have a top 9 spot, maybe even a top 6 spot, depending on how he develops. Hopefully he can still become a top 6 forward. Here's our defensive lines: Johnson and Barry, Bigras and Trouba, Zadorov, and Ryan Sproul. We accidentally signed him for a 3rd round pick because he was an RFA. But I'm actually okay with that because it brings us an offensive defenseman, not a stud. And his passing category and offensive awareness is only 79, but he has quite a shot and still good defensive and physical categories and strong skater at 6'4", 200 pounds. So that's nice to have. So there's our defense. I'm going to show you the power play. I decided to put Yakupov down there along with Bigras, Patan, stack up the power play line, Duchesne, Landeskog, McKinnon. Hopefully that works out. Duchesne, oh no, let's put McKinnon back on the top line there. And Bigras, and I decided to keep Trouba there just because I think Yakupov just needs the 5-on-4 ice time, not 4-on-3 or anything like that. Kruger, Como, Colborne, Landeskog, we're going to see how that works out. Maybe we'll have to even it up a bit more. Johnson, Barry, Zadorov, Trouba, 3-man PK, basically same thing except Duchesne this time, and Colborne. Let's go extras. There's the 4-on-4. We can actually put McKinnon back there. 4-on-4 continued. There's the lines. 3-on-3. I made sure to put an extra forward on each line. I put Patan instead of Marchand just because he's more of the offensive skaters, slick guy. You want those guys in 3-on-3, right? Extra attacker. There's the extra attacker shootout. Basically just left it. Goalies scratched. I ended up signing Joe Morrow just for depth. He didn't have horrible stats from a previous year, only a 0, but he had 5 points, 2 goals, 3 assists, 13 games. So maybe a decent defenseman. I doubt he'll develop, even though he's low top 4 because he's 26. But nice guy to have in case of injuries. Gabriel Bourque and Ben Smith will be sitting on the bench probably most of the season unless we have troubles. Maybe we'll have to put them in instead of Yakupov or Kruger or something like that. Here are the AHL lines. I ended up signing Michael Raffle and Zach Hyman, 2 contracts as well. Tried to even out the lines, so then our top guys, our top prospects for sure getting time. Defense, actually I just noticed something. Let's move Vorbev up because he's a medium top 6 sniper. Defense, there you go, just left that basically where it's at right now. Nothing needs to be changed there. Power play, there's the power play. Made sure to get Vorbev in there as well. 4-man PK, there you go. PK, all that stuff. I pretty much left all this 3-on-3. You guys don't have to see it. There's the goalies, Plekhanov and Werner, and then our scratches. So that's it. I showed you guys all the NHL and AHL lines, so you know what the teams and the organization is all about. And so we're gonna do preseason. We can hold a team meeting. It's the start of preseason, so we'll start with the demanding talk. I want you all to play for their jobs out there. And look at that, Patan as usual hates it, but we all know he's still playing great, and it doesn't affect him too much. So calendar. Let's go and sim up to the regular season. The preseason doesn't matter too much. Obviously, it's just the preseason. It's before the season, so it doesn't matter too much. It doesn't matter if we go 6-0 or if we go 0-6. I mean, as long as we're just getting ready, we're getting playing good with our line mates. And I mean, the wins are nice. It kind of shows that maybe the lines are working together. But the season is all that matters. And we actually went 6-0 in that preseason, which is kind of impressive. But at the same time, half the teams probably weren't playing with their full rosters, so that's okay. Looks like we got lots of offense, though, so maybe that's a sign of good things to come. We'll have to see. We got Washington, our first home game, and then a couple games on the road in the Pacific against Pacific Division opponents. So let's see how we can start off the season, not the preseason, the regular season for 2019. Lost 4-2 against Washington. That's unfortunate. Can we bounce back with a win? Of course. Let's just smoke the preseason and then lose all the games in the regular season. Okay, there you go. Bounce back. 3-0 win over the Vancouver Canucks. 2 games straight against the San Jose Sharks. Not back-to-back, but just straight. We lose 4-1 there, so again, losing more games. That's not what we want. I scouted WHL forwards for a bit. We'll just do OHL forwards. We'll go down the list of Canadians, and then we'll go into the European leagues and stuff. I'm not sure what we really need right now. Maybe defense, maybe forwards. You guys can pitch in on that if you really think I should be scouting something specifically. And Mikko Rantanen has been injured with a mild concussion. Estimated return is November 3rd, so we have to edit the lines. I'm going to show you guys just once it starts getting more annoying, then we can then you guys don't have to see. But let me just quickly move up Yakupov because Rantanen is nowhere else in the lineup, so we'll just move up Yakupov and Gabriel Bourque can fill in for Rantanen. So hopefully those lines can be pretty steady. Let's just quickly look at the top line. Not much offense, and second line's doing very well. Patan. Let's try switching these guys. Maybe Grigorenko can get them going. I'd like to get these guys going. I really would. Yeah, there you go. Let's keep on going. Maybe it's more of a defensive change. I don't know. Maybe we need Bigras and Johnson switched around. I was thinking about that earlier. AHL Willem Westland. We don't actually have another AHL depth defenseman. I might need to sign one just so then our AHL team doesn't start losing a bunch of games. So a 2-1 OT loss against the Anaheim Ducks. We're 3-3-1. Still steady. I'd like to see more wins so then we don't have to worry about making the playoffs or not. I think we are just a strong team. We just need to pull it together and not worry about the season. We'll if it gets. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with our team right now. We have an all-round team. We just won the cup. I don't think we're gonna choke like LA did and completely miss the playoffs the next year. But I mean, it's happened before. Mikko Rantanen is available to play. We have been getting a couple wins, and he's gonna need to get back from injury. So you know what? No, we can get the lines back together. Let's see. How is he actually doing on there? 3 assists. How is Yakupov doing? 1 goal, 1 assist, -1. We can move him down. It's okay. And hopefully he doesn't get re-injured. We get a 4-3 win against St. Louis, and we're 5-3-1. So that's nice. The AHL team is 4-3-0. I could sign a... You know what? I'm just for the AHL, just so then when I put in an extra guy, it won't be a 64 overall defenseman. I just feel... It's nothing that needs to happen, but I thought, I mean, I'll just do it just to show you guys. Defenseman, let's go potential, maybe just see if there's anybody with a bit of potential. 24, Olofsson low. Is there any 70s? I'm not seeing anybody. 22, Korolev. Okay, so you know what? Let's just get an overall good defenseman. A minor top 2, minor top 4, or something like that. Minor top 4, 25, Weegar. Mackenzie Weegar, right-handed, 2-way defenseman, has all around good stats. Looks steady. We'll sign you. There you go. That's just for the AHL, and he should be just automatically put in the lineup, but we'll just leave that. He should get signed. I doubt there's anything wrong with that. But our NHL team did pick it back up. We got a couple wins, more points. We're on a... I was gonna say that we lost our first 4 games straight, but we actually no, we're okay. We had a couple losses at the beginning of the season, but we were just a bit rusty. We came out of the preseason, had a week off, and we're just gonna get back into the flow of things. We're getting on a winning streak here. I believe it's 2 in a row, so maybe we can turn this into a big streak. That'd be nice. Game against the Rangers, we lose 2-1, and then a 7-3 loss against the Nashville Predators. That's not very nice. Not very nice at all. A win against Minnesota, and we can keep on simming. Let's go halfway through the month for now. In Chicago, they're struggling. I'd like to get some points here, especially against a divisional opponent. There you go. Nice 3-1 victory there. Game in New York. Can we get some more points here? Let's get on a big winning streak here, guys. It'd be really nice. We can't go past 2 games. It's ridiculous. We're just going 2-2. There you go. That's a win back. We didn't get back-to-back losses. Very nice. Let's just sim right to the next month. Arizona, Chicago, 2 home games here. Win some games for our fans. Can we get on a winning streak? That would be nice. Nope, we lose 2-0. We're just going to have shaky games and be a 500 team the whole year and then leave it to the last second. Why not just get it done and over with? Make the playoffs within the first couple months. That would be better. Instead of risking yourself to losing an injury like Varlamov and Soderberg. That was last year. I think we were pretty much ahead. And there you go. Chris Bigras is injured with a mild concussion. December 21st. I'm just going to replace player because Joe Morrow seemed to have decent point stats, and Bigras was only on the second line power play, so maybe that'll be good for him. Who knows? Game against Florida. Let's see how we do. Get a 2-0 loss. A game against New Jersey, 4-2 loss. Okay, we got 2 in a row losses. I know it's 2 games, and they were back-to-back. Okay, we'll give them one more game with Morrow on the top 4. Come on, guys. Let's get a couple wins here. Get a win back. Winnipeg got a 4-1 loss. Okay, so I'm not going to go down like this. We're going to move Joe Morrow down. We're going to split the lines up. We're going to put Zadorov down. We're going to move Zadorov up. But instead, I'm going to split Johnson and Zadorov up. No, can we do this? And there you go. I want to even it up a bit more. Maybe that'll help. -8. Holy moly. That actually was not very nice. -4 plus 5. So actually Zadorov and Sproul are doing very good. Let's do this. Let's do that. I'm curious to see if Sproul and Zadorov being higher might help even offensively these guys. Landeskog -3, -3, -2. I want our team to be getting offense. Let's try Patan up there, and then we'll move Turris down because he really has been shaky. Not quite the guy we're looking for. Yakupov -5, -7, -3. So it's not working there on the depth lines. Move Yakupov up. I'm just trying things. We got to make big changes. I don't want to make big changes, but we got to make some changes because we have an injury to Bigras, and he's one of our top 4 defensemen. Not listed as one, but he's one of our top 4 defensemen. So hopefully we can get some wins back and not be below 500. Game against St. Louis, that's a big win. They get a point, but you know what? I'll take the 2 points. That's what we need right now. Buffalo, they're 4-17-3. If you guys seriously lose, Bigras, I don't want you to get angry at me right now, so we'll just put you back in the lineup. We're gonna put we're gonna keep Trouba because Trouba's getting lots of PK time. He's on the top line PK, so we can actually put Bigras and Trouba there, and then Sproul and Zadorov there. Maybe that'll help. So defense, keep on going. Buffalo, we got to get a win here. Thank you. If we lost to a team like that, I'd be kind of disappointed. Decline that. We don't need Tyler Lewington. Game against Dallas. Let's get another win. Divisional opponent. These are going to mean something later on. And was that a win or a loss? I got a point, but that's disappointing. They're a team that we should have beat. They were 10-16. I know that's disappointing. Okay, so we're 11-10-2. Let's keep on going sim. I'm going to just keep on simming through the months right now. Get lots of the simming done. And hopefully our team can just find a groove and then just go nicely into the playoffs, not having to worry about anything. Obviously, I mean, you can't always avoid problems, but they're going to happen. So I got some Eastern Conference teams here. I'd still like points. And no, we're going to lose against both the Pennsylvanian teams. Actually, Pittsburgh smoked us 7-4. Come on, guys. I don't want to have these defensive blowouts. We're a better team than that defensively. I know that. I got 2 wins against divisional opponents. A game that we got back against Philly, 5-3. That's very nice. Minnesota, a couple Western Conference teams here. 2-1 victory. So we're getting on a winning streak here. I don't want to jinx anything, but it would be very nice if we can just keep rolling with this. Let's go with forwards in the states. Game against Vancouver and St. Louis back-to-back days. Vancouver's 13-6. They beat us 5-3, and then we get a win back against St. Louis. So can we, every time we get a loss, we just got to bounce back with a couple wins. That's all you got to do. If you go 2-1 the entire season, you're having a really good season. What's that? 2-1. You win 2 of every 3 games you play. I don't know. I can't count right now. We get a 5-3 victory against Carolina. Chicago, they're struggling. We got to get points, especially divisional opponent team. How do you get 8 goals scored on you? I guess Patrick Kane just played insane. We got a 3-2 win against Minnesota, and we did have a bit of a winning streak there, but we're still a bit of a 500 team. I don't like that. You can have these winning streaks here, but I'd rather get more, be more of a 2-1 team than have a winning streak and then 500, then winning streak 500. I want to keep consistency. So then if anything happens, then we could be screwed. We got to have a consistent team, no matter of injuries, no matter of morale changes, whatever happens. We just got to be consistent. That's the big thing. Tuesday and Thursday seems to be the month of the day of the month here. We got tons of games on every day of the week for those days. So loss against the Islanders, St. Louis. We have been actually doing very well against St. Louis during the season, but we do lose 5-2. Game against Florida, 3-2 victory. I did stop the simulation because I was worried just in case we lost that game against Florida. I don't want to go on a 3-game losing streak. Makes me feel like I have to make changes. Halfway through the month, we'll sim up to the 15th. No trade offers in a while. We don't need any trade offers. It's fine. Anaheim, they are a struggling team. You got to get a win. You can't even get a point. Come on, guys. That's not acceptable. You ought to be a lot more consistent than that. Let's get some wins. 3-1 win against Arizona. Scouting trip. Let's scout Swedish forwards. We're going to keep on scouting forwards for now. Game in Edmonton, we get a loss. Come on, guys. We got to get a couple wins here. A shootout loss against Boston. That's still not acceptable. I don't care if it's points. We need the wins right now. Those would get us more points. A game against New Jersey. They seem to be a strong team. Can we prove it to them? No, we can't. We just lose to them in a shootout. What's the point? Come on, guys. You got to start winning these games before overtime. Win these games. Come on. Enough with the shootout overtime losses. Get some wins here. We're on a 4-game losing streak without those going to overtime. There's a win. That's much better. Come on. There you go. Two-game winning streak. That's much better. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't mind getting points occasionally, but that was still a 4-game losing streak, and we can't be having those. We're a stronger team than that, guys. Dallas and Detroit. Let's get some wins here. I lose 4-0 to a divisional opponent. You realize that's going to bite you later on, guys. Come on. 7-2 win against Detroit. I think we needed that. And we're 24-20-5. We could see them right up to the deadline, actually, if we wanted to. But you know what? I'm going to save that probably for the next one. We're still a bit of a shaky team. We're at 20 minutes here pretty much. Any changes we can make. Let's go. We can hold a team meeting. No, we'll hold a team meeting maybe next episode. We don't need to right now. Points. I had a feeling it was offense. We aren't getting enough offense. I mean, I take it back. It's not horrible. Holy moly, Yakupov went on fire. That's nice to see. Still -8, but he has 10 goals, 28 points. He's in the top 5 for scoring. Patan is really finding his groove in the top 6. I knew it. I knew he could be a top 6 player. Duchesne, McKinnon, and Landeskog. Should we put these guys back together for a bit? Maybe give Turris the second-line center or Patan or something like that? You guys can let me know what you think about that. There's the points. Who has the goals? So McKinnon has 16 goals. That's very nice to see out of him. I want him to have a really good season because even as a 90 overall, he's still not really playing as a center playmaker 90 overall player could be. I know he can have 70-point seasons, but I haven't seen it much out of him. I don't know if ever. So I'd like to see him have a breakout season this year. Hopefully continue to get more offense. Turris, Patan. So we got lots of depth as well. Sproul, holy moly, he's at +24. We found the partner for Zadorov, guys. It's Sproul and Zadorov. Holy moly, he has 6 goals, 8 points. He's a +24. That's crazy. So maybe we want to keep those guys in the top 4. I mean, they seem to be actually doing as well as a top 4 pairing should be. I mean, that's really good. Rantanen, Bigras, Trouba seems to be down there. So we're a bit of a even shaky team. I don't know. We have some minuses. Barry and Johnson. Now it's not working out for them. I have a feeling, I don't think it's them. I know you guys are probably saying, oh, it's because he doesn't have a puck-moving defenseman. How is this not? They've been doing good for many previous years. So I think right now it's just the first line. I think the first line, if we can get them clicking, getting more point per game, kind of style from them. McKinnon, Landeskog, maybe Duchesne needs to go up there. I want to know what you guys think. Do we need to who do we need to put in that top 6 to make things fly? Goalies, Varlamov has 2, so our goalies haven't been Nuvrith. I'm wondering if we have rotates goalies on, so I'm going to check that and make sure that's not like that, but even if so, that's kind of disappointing. Nuvrith, I was hoping you'd be better than that, dude. He's really, like, Varlamov has to carry the entire load. I don't want that. I want it to be even. I know not even completely, but I mean, Nuvrith should be getting a fair amount of games where he has the rating and he has the, I don't know what's wrong with that. Let me quickly check that. Rules. Okay, rotates goalies is on. I don't know why it seems like it's off. He's only played 5 games. Could be just because the coach realizes he's not doing well, but it's not good. That's not good at all. So I'm going to end it off there, guys. If there's anything I missed, you can let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, that'll be it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one.